Hello, true art believers, and welcome to day 69 of 100 Days of Drawing, and possibly beyond, right? I've been hinting that I'm probably going to go longer than that. Maybe I might take a day off, so there might be a little intermission before I start my next 100 days, but um, today is day 69 of 100 days of drawing, and I got another skull drawing I got to do, and I want to work for, it's going to be roughly a 30-minute drawing. I'm going to be doing a reductive drawing, which will allow me to construct a drawing in a relatively short amount of time. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the drawing process. Enjoy. Cheers. Okay, I'm gonna start right about now. Just give me a few seconds. I like to do a bit of time-lapse action, have that time-lapse going. So for those that watch this event, all I'm doing is really massing out the background here. And I want the background tone to be kind of just there and ready to go. So that way I don't have to do a mid-tone range for the background. It's kind of already there. And it helps me go a little bit quicker. So I'm trying to go as fast as I can for this process. It's a very this type of drawing is very messy, especially since I'm trying to condense it in 30 minutes, roughly 30 minutes. Excuse me, gosh. I wish I didn't have a mic right next to my head. Like, I wish I didn't have a headset mic for this drawing, but that way I can turn away. So you don't see me doing stuff on the bottom here, but I'm moving my arms away to kind of get the whole area masked out as one solid tone. Gosh darn it. I'm dropping. There's this urge to what would you call it? Urge to fill up the time, or fill up the dead air when I'm drawing. And I don't know, maybe it's just what we're used to when we're in today's world, when we're watching something that there should never be like dead air involved. We always have to have something to kind of fill up the dead space. Maybe we're just like, we just want to be entertained as individuals. I don't know what's the cause. Ow, my head. I wish I had things to say today. Anyways, I've been switching it up with my day-to-day, which is why you're able to see these things during the day. I used to do these really early in the morning, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it was awful. It was so bad. Like, I was so tired, and the tired, like, oops, I just broke a piece of charcoal. Well, that sucks. Because I was so darn tired, I just didn't want to draw, and it was like I felt like I had to draw. So I've been getting the average amount of sleep that Americans should get, which is 7 to 8 hours. So I switched up to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But the problem with that is now things aren't getting done. It's so stupid. Like, it sucks that I have to like sacrifice like 2 hours of sleep so I can get my drawing done. I feel it's infuriating, because I got commissions I got to do, and I'm feeling very, very bad that I'm not able to work on them because, well, I'm working on. Otherwise, I'm doing this, but this is 30 minutes of my time, and after this, I'm like, it's almost bedtime. You know, like, I got to go to bed. Okay, I'm really, really taking too long on this. So now we're just gonna soften it up a little bit with the back of the hand. I don't want to use the chamois because the chamois is going to cause me to it is going to, what would you call it? Hey, good evening. It is going to cause a lot more of the highlight to be pulled out. So this is going to be a new to me because I haven't done a skull that is typically more face forward. I usually do a lot of skulls that are kind of like 3/4 views. So yeah, good evening. They're 3/4 views, and that typically I'm pretty good at 3/4 view skulls because I've done it so many times. So because I'm not doing 3/4 view skull, now I actually have to unfortunately I have to look at the object a little bit more. Isn't that funny? Or maybe not. We'll see what I have to do. I don't know. So this is one of those things about the it's just one of those things where I'm at in life is I'm really not able to. Unfortunately, I wish I had the extra moments to work on my commissions. They're like, well, you're getting paid to do it. Yeah, I kind of offered them almost at like I did them for they're almost all at free at like basically free. It's basically free. I did them at free prices because I did like a sale price so I can get some business. And normally my portraits are like a couple $100 easily, $200 to $500, and I was definitely not selling them for that much. But yeah, so I did bargain bin prices, and now I'm just overloaded. I have so many of them to work on, and I don't have the time to do them. Like after this, I think what's going to happen is after this, I'm going to be sitting down for a second and then maybe have an hour to myself. Literally an hour to myself, or just an hour and a half, because I've been doing stuff since 7 o'clock this morning, 7 to 7. And, maybe I might go to bed early because I never really get to go to bed early. So maybe I might go to bed early today and get a little bit of extra Z's maybe. That'd be kind of nice to be able to get some extra sleep. Who knows? I'm taking it slower than I probably should for this skull here, because I'm talking too much, and I need to not talk when I draw. Unfortunately, I'm not Bob Ross. I can't just I bet you though, like that Bob Ross, that's a 30-minute show or an hour show, but he's not doing a painting in 30 minutes, or maybe he is. I don't know. I haven't watched the Bob Ross show, so I don't know how they're kind of how they're organized. I think I've seen like one or two. So it's kind of hard to. Okay, I'm slowing down a bit. I need to just hit it up a notch. Like just mass out these areas. And if it's off, it's off. I'll do a better one next time, because I got like a good I'll be doing a good what's it like 30 more? 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, I'll probably do I might do at least at most 30 more skulls, at minimum like 10 more. So I'll have 10 more skulls under my belt, so I shouldn't hold this one too precious. So I probably should get my pencil moving, and then if it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out. I'll do another one tomorrow. I'll do another skull tomorrow. There'll be more skulls to work on tomorrow, right? So I shouldn't I shouldn't hold the drawing like it's precious. No, because right now it's really precious. I'm feeling like I'm gonna make a mistake in this 30 minutes. It's 16 minutes. Oh my goodness. 16 minutes. I need to look at my drawing. All right. I have having a bit of anxiety at the moment. There we go. I have 15 minutes. Technically, I have 20 minutes, so I actually have a lot of time. I don't know why I'm slowing down. I think it's so when you're drawing, there's certain days that you're just like all synapses are firing, right? You're just like your sight's on point. You know, your like hand is responding. It's doing exactly as you say it, or as you're kind of like guiding it. And then other days, like today, it's just like, meh, I'm not gonna do what I'm like, it's like, we're not gonna do what you want me to do, sir. I'm like, hand, you are going to draw the skull, and it's going to be a glorious skull. And then, but the hand's like, no, we're not. Psych, you're psyched out, son. You're not going to get this hand. I'm not going to draw this skull. Actually, quite honesty time. Let's be honest. I don't feel like drawing today. I haven't felt like drawing for like the past 30 days. Actually, for the past 40 days, I've been just kind of willing it, to happen. And I'm kind of doing it like, what is it? You do something for so long that it becomes habit. And so right now I'm going to try to, I'm hoping that the 100 days of drawing is going to mean that I've done it for so long that now drawing daily and live streaming it daily is going to become habit. And then that way I can segue into 200 days of drawing, 300 days of drawing, 400. One crazy outlandish goal that I don't ever see happening, because I could see many things kind of interrupting it, is 1,000 days of drawing. I can see many things interrupting it, because like there's been days like I don't necessarily want to draw in the evening. I actually want to draw like around 10 to noon. Like, I think to me that'd be a great time for me to draw. I think that's the perfect time for me to draw. But I don't have 10 to noon. I have no 10 to noon action, barely have it. I want people to give me that 10 to noon. You know what would help me get that 10 to noon type of drawing action, everyone? If you could take this drawing off my hands. I need it off of my hands. If you want this drawing, just buy it. Give me an offer. Well, give me an offer plus the cost of shipping. So shipping's about, I don't know, like $30, because I'm gonna have to put it in a box. The box is expensive. Give me an offer and I'll ship it to you. And if you give me a low ball offer, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be not like it's gonna happen. I'll ship it eventually, just like I'm gonna finish these portraits eventually. It's just I'm less inclined because, well, first off, if you pay me $10 for a drawing for this drawing, and I have and the shipping costs more than it, what's the motivation for me to get it there? Like, I'll get it to you, but like I'm actually going to spend more time packing the drawing than drawing on the drawing. So you got to bear that in mind. So you're like, why don't you ship it expeditiously? Would you jump the gun to package something for $10, to package something that takes you like an hour and a half to do it at minimum, because it's going to take me a couple hours to package this, because what I like to do is you got to get a nice box. You got to have a box big enough. You have to pack it flat. You got to wrap it. You got to spray fix it. All kinds of things kind of come into play when packaging these things. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to sell anyone. Calm down, bro. Calm down. I'm anxious. I can't help it. I've been doing this for 69 days. I dropped something. Calm down. Yeah. I guess the reason why I'm not calm is because I don't silence. I got a lot of energy that I'm not really putting to good use throughout the day, because I have all this energy, but I'm watching my kid all day long, and you'd think I'd be tired after that, but no, not really. I have to be tossing. This is one of my previous jobs. One of my previous jobs was I worked in a tire warehouse. I worked like 10-hour days in a tire warehouse, and and we had to stack almost 200-pound tires 10 feet high, and I would do that for 10 hours, folks. 10 hours. Now that will tire me out. Now, if I'm not stacking tires for 10 hours a day, 10 hours every day, I'm not going to be tired. So, I'll got this anxious energy inside me, and so drawing live makes me nervous. Even after doing it, I've almost done it 70 days straight, everyone, and even then, I am more nervous the next day because I'm afraid that I'm going to mess up. I'm afraid I'm going to mess up royally live, because I'm not one of those artists that just can perform every day. I'm just inconsistent. I'm inconsistent with my drawing. I'll be good one day, and the next day I'll go back a decade. I was like, what happened here? What happened? I was drawing really, really good, and now I'm not. So I'll go back a decade. So imagine you're drawing super good one day, and you're you feeling good. Yeah, I feel real good, folks. I'm feeling real good. That felt good. And then the next day you draw what is this stick figure action? I'm drawing stick figures out here. I need a lifeline. Right? So there'll be days where you imagine can you imagine just how you would feel if you're drawing drawing really good one day, the next day you're what's happening? Another thing that's going on is when you're drawing, it's a thinking, this whole area is messed up. I don't have the time to fix that. So we're just going to leave it as is. This whole other side doesn't look that good. Sorry, everyone. Doesn't look that good. This whole other side is just oops, I bumped my head on the camera with the headphones. So yeah, this sucks. This sucks, everyone. I'm not having a good time now. I made ew. What is happening? What is this? What's that? What is that? What am I doing? Okay. That might be a little bit better. Anyways, so I'm majorly inconsistent with my drawing. Some days I'm really, really good. I'm on point. Some of it has to do with energy levels. Sometimes it has to do with the anxiety of drawing live and making mistakes and fear of messing up. All right. And so it's even exaggerated because I'm doing this live on, was it 5 platforms all at once? So I'm drawing on 5 platforms all at once. So I get really nervous doing that. Okay. And that really affects my A game. And yeah, so today I'm just a nervous wreck. I apologize. I'm just a nervous wreck. I had this really good idea that I was just gonna knock it out of the park. But guess what? Here's the good thing out of this is I got a skull drawing out of it. I got a skull drawing out of this out of all this just what's it called? Verbal diarrhea? No, not verbal. Wait. Is it verbal? Is that what you call it? You call it verbal diarrhea? Basically auditory diarrhea. So that's all I've been doing today. It's just kind of. So I saw this. I was on the YouTube, I was on the YouTube. Yeah, that's right. I'm on it right now. But I was on the YouTube looking up something, and I saw an ad from Mr. Beast, and I'm like, this guy's a sellout. If he isn't a sellout, like I remember seeing his videos when he was first started, you know, and now he's just a giant sellout. Ridiculous. Come on, dude. Like, here's what I saw. I saw an ad with his face on it. He had his face on it, and he's like, buy my Craftsman tools. I'm like, you don't use tools at all, bro. You do not use any tools. Like, you use zero tools. You don't use any of those tools at all. Don't lie. And here's another thing that I don't like about him is I don't like how he like sells the kids. That drives me bananas. Like, literally, like I have some like some relatives, and they're young, and they're like, I love Mr. Beast. Like, and like, dude, he's really like just abusing his campaign. And I hear what they do on the show is like, they're like, buy my stuff. I'm like, dude, you don't even need to have anyone buy your stuff. You could live off the royalties of people viewing your show alone. Why do you need to keep milking it? That drives me bananas, man. Those guys, nothing drives me like the show, his film thing where he does all this. Basically, what I see him do is I see him waste a lot of things. Like, I filled my brother's house up with slime and then bought him another house. I'm like, yeah, you just destroyed a whole house for a video. You like, talk about not being green. But I bought my brother a new house. Like, I'm pretty sure you were going to give him a new house anyways. So you don't need to use it as a way to make a video. What else? Oh, I saw like he did a video where he bought a homeless dude a house, and I heard a story where like the dude, I don't know if it's true. Like, don't hold me accountable, but like, you know, like he bought this person the house, but like, unless you plan on paying for the this homeless dude's like allowance for the rest of his life, giving him a house is not a great idea, because he's gonna have to pay like taxes on it and stuff. You know, like the idea, and like in theory it sounds great, right? Like, you know, but really he probably bought that house, and I guarantee you that by people watching when he's got like how many views on it. Let's say he got like 30 million views on that video alone, right? I'm assuming that he got like at least 1 million views. He probably made that money back in revenue just by having that. He probably made that money back. I can't explain it. It's like, it's beyond me. But anyways, I'm kind of ranting about someone I have no quarrel with. I don't really know him, but I just saw a Craftsman ad with his face on it. I'm like, dude, don't sell me Craftsman tools. Don't sell items that you have no experience using. Or maybe he does have experience using. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making assumptions. You don't want to assume anything, but it's hard to assume. Like, I like, everyone likes to assume things about millionaires. He's like almost a billionaire now. But like, we all want to assume things about these people, you know? Like, you don't know how hard they had it. Well, yeah. Well, you may have had it hard like earlier, but you know, it's hard to like to you know, really relate when their house, their bathroom is probably the size of your house, you know? Or what? It's really hard to relate. What was it like? Who's that guy that was boxing people? He makes like he's got like 2 first names. I forgot his name, but like he like, one of his videos is him pouring like a bag of cash from his last fight. And he basically he fights people now. Apparently, he's like fighting people, and apparently that's a thing. to if you're a YouTube star, you're a really popular YouTube star. All you do is you just like, if you're popular enough, people will want to watch you fight other like YouTube influencers. Like, like I'm sorry, dude. I don't want to see you fight someone else. You know, I barely want to see like athletes want. I barely want to see athletes fight. But I don't want to see someone who's leveraging his star power to create a fight. What was it like? Bjornsson and Eddie Hall are going to have a fight. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting to me. It's kind of novel. I think maybe that's the reason why people are interested in seeing it, because they want to see like the two world's strongest men who to combine probably can lift 5,000 pounds in some form or another. I guess they want to see these two guys fight. And it's weird. It's a weird thing. We live in a weird world where this site sucks. Oh my gosh. I don't have time to fix it. But we live in a weird world. We live in a weird world where fighters are not getting their due pay, where literally the YouTube influencer, the YouTube person who has 35 million followers gets paid more than the fighter who's dedicated their entire life to becoming the best that they can. And then this YouTube star is treating it like some sort of joke, and then people are like, well, the fighter that's fighting the YouTube star is getting paid millions of dollars. Yeah, but the YouTube star's making hundreds of millions of dollars off it, or multi-millions. So like maybe the fighter's getting some sort of like some sort of like pay for it, but they're not getting as paid as much as the person who's like treating it like a joke, and it just hurts my feelings. Like, I don't really have any, it doesn't affect me personally, but like, you can make the argument that, oh, well, the fighter that's making them, that took the deal to fight these YouTube stars is getting a pretty good deal. They're getting paid for it. Yeah, they are. But they're being treated as a joke, and maybe that's what you need to do. Like, well, then again, the fighters are drastically underpaid. A lot of them are underpaid, and they don't get their due. And so, they a lot of them destroy their body, literally destroy their body. Like, they'll come like years later, they have like problems with their like cognitive ability because they've been hit in the head so many darn times. And there's nothing, they don't get paid near enough. Like you have the ones that are like superstars who are basically, from my understanding, just a lot of them are really like kind of jerks. And because they're jerks, they get more fights, So it pays. I guess it pays to be kind of a I don't want to say the words. It just kind of pays. All right, the nose is. I'm not like. I don't know. This is how I feel about this drawing. Anyways, I feel like. I think I ranted about nonsense, and it makes me feel. I feel a little vulnerable when I talk about this kind of stuff. And so that's why I kind of talk about it. This drawing is all right. There's a lot that could be done to it. And quite frankly, I didn't pay as much attention to the drawing. I really didn't look at things. I just kind of,
I spent more time kind of just like doing making strokey lines, and kind of it's kind of leaning on my ability to kind of do I guess what would you call it? It's like energetic, kinetic line work, and not really looking at the object. I kind of went on a giant tear of nervousness and nervous talk for a while. And you'd think after I have hundreds of videos out on YouTube, and yet each one of them is slightly better than the next, but still there's a lot of nervous energy with them. Some days I'm calmer than others. Some days I'm not so calm. I think the calm energy comes when I have nothing on the back of my mind. It comes. Yeah, definitely. My website is www.mattpearsonart.com. Let's see here. What was I talking? I got distracted. Yeah, so like I was just kind of talking about how there's certain days I'm much better at drawing. Some days I'm not better, and then some days I'm just a nervous energy wreck. Like this whole area is all wrong, and I think I should. I think one reason why the energy's all wrong, excuse me, the backside's all wrong. I draw really large. Like it's like the closer I am to the object, the larger I want to. The larger I want to draw. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss today. I think I'm going to do a few. I just broke my vine charcoal. I'm thinking I'll just do a little bit of use the eraser here to kind of. Oh, what I was saying about like, I wasn't looking at the skull as much as I probably should have. I was talking about how I use a lot of my nervous energy to kind of create nice kinetic line work. Yeah, kinetic line work. It's okay. I spent more time talking today than drawing, and it shows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soften this up. Soften it up with the brush. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to think about long and hard how I want to orchestrate or what would you call it? Organize these live streams. Because even after 69 days, folks, I still don't know what to talk about. I still don't know how to slow down. I think maybe if I start doing these in the evenings, I can slow down a little bit more. And if I slow down a little bit more, like I find that my talking slows down, right? So I slow down a little bit more now. And who'd have thought that my talking would slow down as well? And I think because the energy is I've just kind of accepted the plight of where the drawing's at, and it is what it is. If it gets better, I'm happy. I'm only going to spend like a few more minutes on it. I don't know. Yeah, so 69. Tomorrow's going to be the 70th day, and here's to 100 days actually, and then maybe 100 more. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just really anxious actually. It's like drawing live makes me so nervous, everyone. Yeah, it makes me so nervous. Well, thank you. I can't explain it. And drawing, like you think as a teacher, like I'm actually pretty good at drawing, but like my demos, I was just talking about this the other day. Like my demos are something that could be a little bit better. But I think if I think about it though, if I thinking about it, I actually I had I think I've talked about this. I had a handful of really good teachers, and then the other ones were like not as good as I am. Like I knew some teachers that never even gave demos and just kind of set up still lifes. They're like, here you go, here you draw this. I'm like, oh, I can't make up my own still life myself, but thank you for making a still life for me. Really do appreciate that. Oh, this is what I broke. I broke this thing. That makes me sad. Maybe I could still use this. Use this though. Maybe. Who knows? So I didn't really. I kind of just like did a general an overgeneralization of this drawing. And for those that are watching, if you like what you're seeing, you can support me through various means. You know, you can buy artwork, which actually means you get some value. I sell prints and originals. I sell prints of my artwork. I haven't updated in forever. I have 100 drawings. I have almost 100 drawings I could put on my website right now. I have 69 drawings that I could put up on a website for sale, or I could put 69 up to 69 prints available. They just take time. I just don't have that free time. I have a weekly artist interview series that is actually probably better than my live stream drawing, because I'm not doing the talking, and it's weekly. And you could help me out by supporting the cause. I have a Patreon. I have a Cash App account that you can send money that will go to helping me buying lights, basically, or supplementing the live streaming service that I pay for. Help maybe free up some time for me so I can actually spend a moment of time finding more artists to talk to. That might help. Really I'm not really asking for it. But listen, I have a nice craftsman set of wrenches that you can buy. They're Mr. Beast approved. That guy, man, he is so loaded. What was he made like a silly video? His video was like, I want 1,000 likes. Please, give me 1,000 likes on this video. Please give me 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes. I want 1,000 likes. And he has like 30 million followers. And then he's like hawking his brother's YouTube station. Hey everyone, please follow my brother. Follow my brother. Follow my brother. Follow my brother. Give him 5 million followers. 5 million followers. Follow my brother. Or like Charlie D'Amelio, Charlie D, her name, Charlie D'Amelio. She's like, by her name alone, her sister has like 5 million followers. By her name alone, her mom has like 2 million followers. I'm like, dude, that's ridiculous. Like it's like Kim Kardashian. You follow them simply because they have the Kardashian name. Like, what the heck? Meanwhile, people that are like just really not struggling, but like just really trying to get their name out, and not doing shady stuff to get their name out. Like, I heard that Kim Kardashian did a few, some spicy things on the interwebs to get, popular. That's what I heard. Don't hold me to it. I just heard she did some spicy things. I heard she did some spicy things to kind of, get her name out, and now she's like a billionaire. And then her sister is like a billionaire too. Like, was it like, so like, you would not know her sister if it wasn't for her. It would be like, it's like if it would be like me if I get like 5 million followers, or 10 or 20 or 30 million, or I become like a millionaire gazillionaire artist, and all of a sudden, like my family can have, by name alone, they have 5 million followers, and they didn't have to lift a finger. And that's like, well, I'm following her or him because they're related to Pierson. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Do you know what they stand for as an individual? Nope. I'm just going to follow them because they're related to that person and they're slightly attractive. And I like attractive people because I'm a person too, and I see an attractive person. I want to follow that. Sorry, I'm coughing. Attractive person. That's what I do. Oh gosh, that's so stupid. Oh man, it's all silly. I don't know. I'm ranting. I apologize. When I'm nervous, I kind of rant about dumb stuff. Yeah, I really do. I rant about the dumbest things. But if I put a gauge on it, though, like if we put a measure on it, it's probably not as dumb as I think it is. There's probably a lot more things going on out there that are more stupid. I'm pretty sure that, like, in the whole scheme of things, the stuff that I'm saying online or doing online are like not like as wasteful, maybe. I don't know what you would call it, like when people do like post, like, there's some, I don't really go on YouTube and look up like random stuff, so I don't know what kind of random stuff's happening on YouTube, although I know that Tosh.0 has a full team of people just looking up random dumb stuff that people do online, and it gets said person their 15 minutes of fame, and then whatever. This is I think doing this drawing online stuff is kind of like a way for me to force myself to draw. It also puts me, it makes me, let's see, it makes me a better person because it hits a quality in my life, a quality that I'm looking for in my life. Like, I want to be able to talk better in public. And what better way to do it than to actually do it in the most public of way? Yeah. Right. So I do this to kind of improve that, because it's a deficit, and I want to be better at it. I want people to say, hey, this guy can talk, and he talks well. Not like, hey, that guy said a bunch of things and I have no clue what he said. And that's what I'm like a lot of the time. I'm like, hey, believe you me, bro, I have no clue what I just said like 5 seconds ago. So there's that, right? Like, I'm kind of putting myself out there in the most vulnerable of ways. So like this whole thing that I'm doing right here it's a very scary thing to do. I think I'm just going to keep working until 9:00, because I said, why not? I'm already 6 minutes away, 5 minutes away from 9:00, and I'm in the groove. Even though I'm not really doing much, I'm kind of adding things here and there, but I'm making certain things a little bit better, and that's all I can say, right? There's certain things that are kind of working, some things are not. Um, anyways, so I'm in the internet platforms as a way to kind of break myself out of this fear. And you know, I'm actually a very energetic, funny person. I'm pretty funny actually. I don't think so. Maybe some people think I'm really weird. I like to say that I'm a very funny person. Everyone, I'm funny. No, um, I have my moments. Um, yeah, there's some moments in there that I'm like, this guy's got some good wit. And I would say to you, the wit is not mine. It's actually probably just recycled jokes from back in the day that I heard from at some person. I heard a person say a joke. I kept it. I saved it for later so that I can say it later, and I said it. And then there we go. The joke's there. No one will know that I stole that joke. I'm like Carlos Mencia, but I don't have my own show. Technically, I do have my own show. I have the Pierson Drawing Show. And I don't have my own producer. I don't have producers. I don't have people writing my own stuff. Maybe I should hire a writer. Who writes your jokes, Matt? I want to know who they are, because your writer is probably the funnest fun writer. Yeah, no. So I think I want to start doing these in the evening. That way I can actually spend more than 30 minutes on it, that way I can spend more than 30 minutes on it and slow my pace down a little bit. I made the nose big. I'm not even looking at the nose from the skull. I'm just kind of like really kind of messing it up, quite frankly. It doesn't even look like what from the it doesn't even look like the object. I don't know, fellas. I'm like nervous talking. You ever have a person that doesn't know when to stop talking? Doesn't know when to stop talking, and you're like, I gotta go. You're like looking at your watch, but you don't own a watch. You're looking at your wrist, but you don't own a watch. Like, you're like, well, how much time do I have? I gotta. Oh my gosh, it's not here. I don't have I know what time it is. It's time for me to buy a watch. That way I gotta go. Person that won't stop talking. I gotta go. I have to go to the watch store right now because I gotta buy a watch, and you're stopping me from going to the watch store. And the person's like, do you need to go to the watch store? Let me take you to the watch store, and I'll tell you the story about the time when I bought a watch at the watch store. And how about the time when I made a watch store? I literally went to the city hall, got a permit, built a watch store so that I can construct my own watch store, so I can get a watch and then close the watch store after the fact. That's what I did. I closed the watch store after, and then that's how I got my first watch. I became an entrepreneur, built a watch store from bottom to top, and then after I got my watch, I was like, you know what? This is all fun. I got my watch. I can go home and tell the time. No, I need to. I'm just like nervous talking now. At least if I think about it, if I self-reflect in the last 30 minutes, like the first 15 minutes was like, what the heck is this guy talking about? He's like slurring everything. Everything is becoming a giant like Mod Podge of like words. This person is not making any sense. And now that he's slowed down, Pierson has slowed down. I'm going to talk in third person. And now Pierson is adding a core shadow on the right side of the skull here, because when he looks over his shoulder, he notices that there's a core shadow sweeping in right there. And he's going to use his finger to kind of gently soften up that area right there. He's softening up that area with his finger, making sure it's ever so soft, softer than a down pillow. And oh man, what about those people that have really, really nice voices? That's it. What about them, Matt? Oh, I don't really know what about them. I was just pointing out that there's people with really nice soft voices. And you're like, wow. That he's like, that's a thing. There's people out there that have soft voices, and they're nice to hear. Why would you say that, Matt? Why would you even talk about that? Look, I don't know why I was talking about it. I just thought that it'd be something to kind of bring up, that there's people out there that have voices. Yes, people do have voices, Matt. Well, there's people out there that have really nice voices. Yep. or like, what about this? What if I play like, what about those people that are really good looking? What about them, Matt? There's a lot of them. They're everywhere. Actually, little factoid: Instagram is lying to you. There's not as many hot. I was going to say hot chicks, or like hot people in Instagram as you think they are. They're really good at Photoshop. Really, really good. I'm kidding. Actually, there's videos on that. Like literally, these Instagram influencers are like lying to people to sell a product, and that hurts my feelings. You know, they're like, well, it doesn't hurt me. I'm not buying a product. I buy nothing. Here's a little factoid about me, everyone. I haven't bought shoes for like, I haven't bought shoes for 4 years. The last time I bought shoes was when a shoe carnival was going out of business. And I bought like 6 pairs of shoes for like nothing. And then I just been using those shoes forever. I actually do need to buy new shoes. That's actually something I need to do. But I'm such a stickler for spending my money, because I'd rather buy artwork or art materials than spend it on stuff that I kind of need, but I don't need. Like, I need shoes, but I'm not going like, I really, really need shoes, folks. I'm walking in socks. No, like I have shoes, but they won't last forever, is what I'm trying to say. And some of them are getting towards that ending point, you know. I think I might be done. Let's darken up this cast shadow right here. And I think I might add a little bit of value to the teeth and just call it a day. Like, let's make this area a little bit darker. You know, make it a little bit darker on this side here. Maybe even make this right here really dark. Or not really dark, but darker than where it's at. I'm getting like there's tape behind here, and I'm kind of getting the texture of the tape behind this paper. So I think what I'm going to do after this first bout of 100 days of drawing is the next 100 days will be all digital, because I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these 100 drawings that I have. And I think at the moment, just doing 100 digital drawings will be a little bit easier for storage than having 100 drawings on paper. Because I'm running short in space, folks. Storing art is expensive. So make this a little bit more dark here. Maybe even make this area dark. And then I wish I had my charcoal pencil, but I broke it. So this uses a little. So notice I'm drawing with like a little stick here. So I want everyone to know that you can have precision with a drawing tool that is really hard to work with. So like this is not easy to draw with. I'm going to give you that. It's not really easy to draw with a basically a stump of a charcoal stick. Anyways, maybe. All right, I think I'm done. I gotta wash my hands. I'm gonna use this this paper towel. Oh no, I'm not yet. Let's put the number here. It's like put my little. Gotta write right here. I'm gonna write P for Pierson. 21 for the year 21. I'm gonna put 69 /100. There we go. So now I gotta just wipe my hands out with a little wet wipe here, and that's what I'm gonna do. Just clean my hands. And in that time, I'm just gonna kind of chat it up. Just keep talking. Sorry. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna start doing more. I'm gonna start drawing in the evening more often because I actually have more people watching. Who'd have thunk that drawing in the evening when actually people are available, as opposed to like 4 a.m. would allow. I buy for one, but you sound like you buy for one. Oh, I buy for other people. I spend all my money goes to other people, not me. And art supplies. So that's what it. All my money goes towards other people, not me. And art supplies. Excuse me. So that's it. We're done. It was a good drawing. I'm just wiping up my hands right now. Just wiping it up with a paper towel. Let's see. That 30-minute session turned into an hour-long session, and I'm not upset about that. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and all that cool jazz. Definitely share and talk and send this to your friends that you think might be interested in seeing artwork being drawn in real time. And also hearing that person say almost like what would it be like 80% nonsense and then like 20% of like 20% verbal gold. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day or wonderful evening. I have to get going. What was it like? I love you all. All right. Have a wonderful day, friends. Good night.